is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a remix album by Good Charlotte. Basically, this particular project is called Greatest Remixes, and it came out in the fall of 2008. Now, within Ferris about here, as far as these pitches happen, basically, Good Charlotte dropped a hit album in 2007, which was particularly called Good Morning Revival, pitch like that, some hit type appeals. That got to 5 singles off that particular fair. It was kind of a good 1-2 punch with Fall Out Boy, who had dropped Infinity on high around that particular time as well, pitch like that. Now within those particular appeals, definitely with the previous album, The Chronicles of Life and Death, pitches like that, they had some breakout singles on there within those type pitches, which was predictable, and then like also I Just Want to Live, pitch like that, some of those hit type ones, which was also a further type staple to their super breakout album from 2002, The Young and the Hopeless. The Young and the Hopeless, as far as was first album, which got to 4 or 5, I think got to 5 singles as well, pitched like that. So within these type of PLs, this was a good capital type stopgap with some of these type pitches, because they did not come back. Good Charlotte did not come back until way out in 2010 from early 2007. So it's the pitch far as saying has some in between type pairs. Now this is mostly remixes, but there is at least one new song on here, which is Anxiety, pitch like that, hit type aspects. This album's going to get a 10 out of 10 pitch like that. But basically, I'm not going to review the deluxe edition of this album. There's another edition of this album I'm going to review later within pitch like that. It has 5 more songs. Particular aspect, it has 5 additional songs to pitch like that. We'll get to this album again with some of these type fairs, but look after here, the original 15 song edition, I do recommend full bounce of pitch like that. But the aspect, Good Charlotte had a pretty good crest type appeal throughout the entirety of the 2000s decade, pitch like that. This is a good centerpiece to kind of cap things off for like a decade of whopping roundups and pitch like that. Particularly their Good Charlotte album from the year 2000 got some breakout that one got some breakout initial kind of MTV type jams, pitch like that, as they started to as they definitely started to help. So I had a quick errand to take care of within these type pitches with the aspect that you're not going to see. I'm going to clip that particular part of it, but pitch like that, it subtracted a good 4 or 5 or so minutes within the appeal behind it. But pitch like that as far as these fairs. So I forgot the tangent that I was kind of on within these type pitches as far as saying, but I think it had something to do with like the project as far as saying that the 2000 album Good Charlotte was within some of the pitches of initializing kind of emo type music within the type fair, as far as saying paying attention like the initial kind of MTV type years pitch like that. So had a pretty capital amount of like 2000s type flair. Good Charlotte, The Young and the Hopeless, The Chronicles of Life and Death, and Good Morning Revival as far as these pitch albums. So this is some further type fairs than pitches like that. Now within the hit type appeal, Good Charlotte is particularly pretty usually MTV pretty friendly, pitch like that, and VH1 since the appeals within the pitch behind it. This continues that commercial type appeal. It has at least one buzz single off here. There's not really like a wiki article, strangely enough, about this album within pitch like that. They had enough popularity, you would have thought that there would have been like some reference to this particular album pitch like that, but at least Rate Your Music knows about it within certain type pitches. But the pitch as far as saying it's like a good re-up and kind of bonus type package to get within those type appeals. Now the remixes on this album are pretty blistering within these aspects, as far as like the flair kind of happens. Definitely some prolific type fare as far as the pitch kind of happens. Paying attention to like the banging type fire. So within the aspects as far as saying paying attention towards to here, the aspect behind this flair amongst it, this kind of just like a victory lap and just kind of like basic pleasure cruising and showboating as far as these fairs can happen. Just with like the aspect, they had enough singles across their 4 previous albums pitched like that to have like some good nice players to have like an actual album full of remixes that kind of enhance and have like some bonus packages to actually be able to get to 15 and even 20 type songs within these type pitches as far as like their blockaded disc hits that they had throughout those times. So pretty much each of their albums, even the Chronicles of Life and Death from 2004, had like at least 4 or 5 singles off it. So each of their albums, minus like the first one from the year 2000 particularly, got, I think even Good Charlotte from the year 2000 got to at least 2 or 3 singles pitched like that. So 5 singles across 3 other albums pitched like that adds up pretty quickly within those sorts of ordeals. So definitely blistering type pitch. They were not shy on hits in like the 2000s, so pitched like that. But just being able to say some of these type aspects is blistering type appeal, some banner type extra typeness, but it kind of feels more kind of not so much pan, but just the aspect of not. It just kind of felt like more of a myth type product within the pitch. It just like the aspect that just felt like the commonplace, considering the acclaim about this. It's very decked out and studded. This looks pretty prolific for 2008. I definitely say pitch like that compared with the flares. Has some traces like the way that things were getting ready to get towards with internet meme type products that folks like dropping a pop locket, and particular like other crunk core type folks, the way Broken Side and some of those type folks are getting towards. But some of these type pitches, kind of some prolific typeness, also early bird type traces of 2010's dubstep, and also pitches like the way EDM was going to get towards, not as full bound EDM, but just kind of in the pitch, just like some electro type ones that feel like the banging typeness that was getting towards like the prog dub. This is like new dark wave and a more synth club was starting to happen. So it's a good, nice pitch here, but it's pretty prolific. There's some rappers on here as well. The Game and Bubba Sparks, or at least a few folks that show up pitches like this. Some good blistering typeness on here. So it's good, nice pitches amongst it. I'll say 10 out of 10 album. So now look after it. Anxiety is the only there were at least 2 new songs if you include the deluxe edition, which I'm not going to review just yet, but Anxiety was the lone new song on the standard edition. The other new song was War Within Those Type Pitches, which is on the deluxe section type of deals. But Anxiety is like a nice post-hour kind of quick drifts to get towards here. By quick drifts, I mean like some vehicle commerce pitch like that, sense that phrase that just kind of drift along pitch like that, just kind of miss the snappy type phrase and a glare type sense, like good supply run and hollow type check pitch like that, so get a hollow check. Get a hollow check kind of going with gal pitch like that, just reading up with you, just an update, something stuff there's pitch like that, seeing how it goes, just kind of pitch like that. And not to be brief, but just a pitch for some of those type varieties. As far as like the pitch, just touch and base and getting Moss Stokes and stuff pitch amongst it. It's kind of a litness primer on top of that. Bought like some Malibu rums and stuff pitch, just some goodies. And the aspect to some of those type varieties, when you have goodies en route, and it's really going to excite folks pitch like that, that you are the goodie bearer as far as these pitches can happen. Now, it's obviously good with them pitches when you get to an occasion. Other folks have some of these type of phrase to be excited about when it goes that. When it's actually you that have these particular goodies within the aspects as far as like, yep, this is really gonna, I know this is gonna put some smiles on people's faces, some good nice pitches, having some of those type of products, that this is gonna be like the send-off type pitch, just like the Crunk Factor. There's a good pitch like that. Malibu Rum, like some good box of Krispy Kreme, since that Ferris pitch like that, since it feels aspects like that. Some of these other type ones, Los Angeles Worldwide is the hitting type one. Now, I don't remember where this full bound type song stemmed from, pitch like that. This might be a new song as well. I don't recall this being on like particular. This might have been on Good Morning Revival. I do not have as many of like the album cuts from I own The Young and the Hopeless, Chronicles Life and Death, and Good Morning Revival by Good Charlotte. I don't own the 2000 one, was kind of pitched. I need to throw more of their album cuts on there, but I do have like the multi-single type ones, but I don't remember where Los Angeles Worldwide stemmed from. It might be a new one, but Los Angeles Worldwide is a good day scene, kind of mall rat shopping spree to get towards here, and bullshit as far as this first guy. I'm not saying bullshit and foul, but just bullshit and party and bullshit type fair pitch like that. Just get some pretzels at like a food court pitch like that with gals, so that pitches folks, your homies. If some teas kind of get towards this kind of pitch like the gossip type variety. That's what I'm talking about with tea as far as this person. The teas of this gossip fire pitch like that, standard movie type aspect. What's up with IMDb or some first like meme type product pitch like that, mixtape type fair on top of that, good nice pitches. It's kind of basic food court type nonsense pitch like that, hit type peels. Song that goes along with that pretty well is Broken Hearts Parade. It's a hitting type one. It's like a good strip mall kind of and ska kind of outdoor shopping to get towards here. Out this great. Be a great ska outdoor shopping, sunshine to get towards here, pitch like that. To be a great ska kind of outdoor shopping, sunshine to get towards here, pitch like that. Get some rays, definitely I'd say, just kind of bop along pitch like that. Some of these fairs, particularly folks like Smash Mouth and No Doubt, were really excellent in songs like this. I think kind of within a variety, there's some Cali traces about like good some Cali traces within certain type senses about good Charlotte pitch like that. So some of those hit type PLs, this strip mall type nest with places that kind of be like Zoo York, and some of these, I forget, like some of these skateboard type shops, I forget it's full, but I think Zoo York was definitely skateboard centric pitch like that. Some type ones, Ashton Kutcher and folks like that, particularly Dax Shepard, some stuff folks would kind of have those pitches that kind of have like those skateboard, not like, I don't know if full bound Dax Shepard was kind of skate, but just like the Jackass, Bam Margera, Johnny Knoxville type variety, some of the pitch amongst some of those fairs, just kind of that shack type post ups and stuff, places like that. Tony Hawk type flair, since the pitch is good, excellent products. But the pitch as far as saying some ska typeness get towards a good pitch like that, it's kind of get some rays. Fight Song is a hitting type 1. This has the game on there. It's got a nice pitch. It's like some rock rap, similar to like Limp Bizkit and Beastie Boys. Some of that fares amongst it. It's like a quality rock rap to get towards here. Sunny afternoon and Fritos run to kind of get towards pitch like that. Just, yeah, pick up like some chili cheese Fritos, extra type pitch like that. Get some dap the pals, good pitches here. Swishers in the air, pitches like that amongst the fray. Just the legality of it. Get some great sweets going. Definitely a Parkside type song within pitch like that. Just get some healthy sunshine sensitive aspects and miss the fray. Just like some smoke product really getting towards it. Now within the pitch, the remix type variety, the product has more kind of drink in your system, more full, more so than full-bound smoke type product, but still some excellent pitches. I dislike some varieties of some of these type fares. Definitely a good cameo to get the game on here and pitches like that. Some hit type products amongst that. Good excellent pitch as far as these fares can happen. Keep your hands off my girls, the hitting type 1 as well. These are some of these type 1s as the crank up starts to get towards like an excellent kind of super bass thumb to get just hella cranked out. I'd say just definitely get loud with this particular song pitch like that. Just some means kind of get towards with bay as far as these pitch can happen. Just, and by means I mean being mean as fuck on the pitch as far as saying just some mean barbs pitches like just some mean barbs and pitches like that like you look like your laundry did to you today, pitches like that, sending sit type appeals for the aspect's going to happen. It's definitely some thump about a good pitch like that. I Just Want to Live is a hitting type 1. Now this is originally a pretty good thump of a house party type song in the first place, but it has some blistering type appeal even for a great song to remix. It's like a great house party bounce to get and staccato kind of jump here. There's some blackout kind of hella fun typeness to get towards here, just hella fun kind of craziness as far as these pairs go. So within the pitch, this is some products. This is one of the few type, like this is a pretty prolific type album, but this is one of the few type ones within the actual aspect as far as like the hammering typeness where you might have to watch like your weight limit pitch like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying paying attention towards it, but just kind of pay attention to how many red cups or aspects, even blue cups within certain type senses within the tone that you kind of had in your system. So it's fair. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying paying attention towards some of those type ones. It's the gin type product, just the aspect of paying attention towards it, but this good traditional type product, this real standout song in the first place by a good Charlotte pitch like that. So just some further blistering type varieties. The anthem is a hitting type 1. It's a great combo of Just Want to Live pitch like that. Just the night definitely cranking up here pitch like that. Strobe light. Strobe light going nuts. I'd say some of these type pitches just definitely a great song to court galley. Some of these type pitches get some drink in her system. It's kind of fair. Just being continued and pressured as far as these pitch comes. It's just some pitch for us saying just paying attention. Just definitely within the pitch and just being definite raw-ass game pitch like that, hit type appeals. All Black's the hitting type 1's like a solid commerce and supply run to kind of get towards there. This goes along pretty well with anxiety pitch like that, some hit type appeals. It's beelining for like an occasion since that pitch. So it's kind of the product leftover type phrase. Just like the night streak is leftover type products are just like the night streak as far as these pairs can go. Just initial dap and break free within sensitive appeals. So it's the product that the just showing up and just the transit type fare, just the leftover product of, yep. Definitely the slickness factor pretty high pitch like that. These are some type 1s within these type pitches that the edge factor just has a little bit more sharper type edge within the pitch. Not to say as if Good Morning Revival didn't have. Good Morning Revival definitely had plenty of these type 1s within the dance club type sense. That was actually a pretty venue type bang within the pitch. It's been a little bit. Like I said, I need to throw more songs. I do have some of those type of songs like Keep Your Hand, like I do have songs like Keep Your Hands Off My Girl, my particular MP3 player and pitch like that. And I think I Don't Want to Be in Love since the pitch, but the aspect for us saying, I want to say that All Black was an album cut off of Good Morning Revival. It's a nice pitch here as far as these first album, but just the initial type product. Definitely getting towards like the cut loose and pitches like that as far as these first albums. So this is the product of just it's going to be a hell of a crank type time and pitch like this. So some hit type appeals, definitely. Little things, the hitting type 1s, some good nice flares pitch like that. This is the Patrick Stump remix, a good excellent pitch that he's on here, pitch like that. This would have to say some of these type 1s. There are some remix type folks on here as far as these pairs going to happen. There is a J.E. remix, which was the song with the game on there, which J.E. is a freaking producer for Nelly, pitch like that. There's some ones like some of these I don't recognize as full bound, but one of which, another one on here is the Academy Is remix, which is the Hold On pitch like this. There's some ones on here, some of these type pitches with the aspects for our sense, some good nice flares. Little Things remix is like a particular, this is like a product of something that would pop up way later in like the 2010s pitch like that. So it's like some It's a definite good excellent primer to those particular affairs that would happen years later. It's like a good bleary kind of makeshift gust of fresh air, I'd say, and breeze as far as these affairs can happen. Definitely a good nice one to grab Sonic and just like the bleary kind of 5 o'clock p.m. kind of pink skies pitch like that. Just some healthy duns within these pitches. So this is kind of a healthier type one. It's a little bit more of like the actual aspect of just appreciating like the tone of just like a positive kind of break free pitch like that. And it's not to say full bound, like there couldn't be smoke in the system, but this kind of feels more of like a vanilla ice cream in a water type song pitch like that, or chocolate ice cream since the fairs, but just a pitch getting some ice cream type varied pitch like that. This good excellent product, just feeling like you can go appreciate like some Parkside with the galley pitch like that. I miss like the phrase that just like particular, just having nothing more than probably like wheat thins and ice cream type fair pitch like that. Since surprise, just good nice pitches, some type of fairs. Healthier type hit, but good nice product amongst it. I don't want to be in love with the hitting type ones like a grand electronica and pop punk and dance bang to get towards here. Just some radio appeal, definitely I'd say. Great excellent slow jam and slow dance type songs. So some of these type pitches pretty similar to like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco in certain type senses, and particularly like the Academy is some type folks within the pitch. Some of these type variety. So within the pitch, there were songs like this on Good Morning Revival pitch like that. So the pitch as far as saying I don't want to be in love's like a good excellent leftover school dance and ballroom type dance pitches of just like some romantic gaze as far as those pitch comes. So definitely a good steely type one for like the pitch of this. Definite get lost in the night with Galley. Definite get lost in the night with Galley and something that pitch as far as the variety gonna have them just appreciate like the starlight and something that pairs miss like the particular Gleam Factor, good pitch like that. Predictables, the hitting type ones, like an excellent throwback to just got done with like the Gulag type factors. One of these type ones, obviously there were songs like this by Good Charlotte off of The Young and the Hopeless and the Chronicles of Life and Death pitch like that, but these are just some of these type fairs that just feels like whether it would be class or just the product to just like the initial break for you, just like makeshift pitch like that within job type fair, just to pitch something to listen to at 3:30, 4:15 pitch like that. Just Charlotte definitely some good Charlotte kind of 4 o'clock p.m. kind of release here. Get some lace in your system, kind of text a gal or text some folks pitch like that. Just like, hey, what to do? Since the pitches, WYD pitches like that. Initial type haul and the crunk. Initial type haul and the crunk send offs for us. These pitch can happen to just like the initial kind of release factor, just getting towards the crunk typeness, but just good break for you within those traditional type sense like mid 2000s affairs like that. Girls and boys, the hitting type ones, like a supercharged kind of dance bump to get to like a neighborhood original as far as these pairs can have. Now this is really cranked up within these type varieties. Original Girls and Boys is just kind of like an MTV type jam pitch like that. Just missed the product to just like neighborhood gathered sense type pitch. Kind of a mild house party type one about that particular one, but this kind of pitch is a little bit more. This particular one has more electronica type snare pitch like that. Definitely get your groove on here. Good pitch. It's just a good song to spree to. Go on like a particular dance spree and just spree to just like courting gallon pitch like that. Great basic kind of vanilla dance jam pitch like this. So just some real sparky kind of trendy typeness, but just the product, just the supercharged kind of aspect like Good Charlotte from just a few years prior, just back in the early 2000s compared to the late 2000s. So good nice pitch, just enhances the song definitely, but the original is pretty good as well. Original one was just kind of like a Gulag kind of every day of just like the break free good pitch like that, but particularly The Young and the Hopeless, the title track of the 2002 album's a hitting type one. I think this was a single as well. Good pitch like that. It's like a nice brooding and harrowed kind of personal kind of blasé get towards here. This typical kind of emo with some of these type pitches within the fairs, considering that they are kind of an emo type band, one of the initial type ones to help kick off those particular fairs way back as far back as like the year 2000 pitch like that. It's kind of fair. This is some of those type varieties. Most of this is not quite as brooding within like the moody type. And this is not too terrible like a moody type album. I think if you pay attention hard enough, you can catch some of those type varieties like the leftover type fairs as the lyrics being similar, but the kind of pitch, it's a lot more of a jumpy and just prolific type album within pitch. This is actually one of those type ones that's kind of like, oh yeah, these folks are emo since the pitch, but has some bustle about it. It's kind of one of those grind shift type ones. It's kind of not so much like a release or a break free or just got done, but kind of more miss the fray of like some shit to kind of get done for like the fair of a pitch like that. So it's miss the fray as far as saying some leftover task on the product, just getting towards this emo type factor, but just kind of pitch alike. I miss like the transits and the goings on of it as far as those press gaps. So good accent pitches. Hold On is a hitting type one as well as like a gripping kind of buck the bullshit and embolden type song and kind of get towards here. So this one that gets good nice one that gives some boost pitches like that. I definitely say just need some pick me ups in your system. I definitely recommend here since the pitch does not get too caught in the dredge type factor. Bright and gal stay on top of that. Make sure the bright kind of behind it is just like particular divas within these type pitches or not. It even more more swamped or in the crapola than you are, pitch like that. So some hit type varieties, just grab like a malt for said deal, pitch like that. Get like some sherbet ice cream, so to pitch a nice malt within the fares of this. When you're having a bad day, I'm going to make you gain like 22 pounds, pitch like that, since that fares a pitch like that. But just some coping, kind of aspect, just on top of that, what's kind of give me like the readout as to how you're coping with things, pitch like that, so on and so forth. So just kind of the station, just how the particular product kind of goes along with this fares like that. It's kind of the aspect of like straightening type fare within pitch like that amongst these type varieties. Just kind of a good boost of a song within these type pitch for like the standard dredge factor one. Kind of the harrow, like those particular pitch, like the makeshift kind of crapola and pitch like that, and just some of those extra type varieties, just like the standard kind of routine amount of bullshit and so on and so forth. So it's just the aspect that's not in a horde type mode. This album really is not within the focus. It's full bound. This is one of those type ones that was kind of the original type one, had a little bit more sense, but this one just has a little bit more jump kind of within pitch. It's just more of like a straightening type song, more so than the full bound type pitch. Original type one was actually like a grip of one that kind of was like, hey, keep your head up type fare. This particular one has a little bit more. The Hold On remix has a little bit more of like a dance club kind of boost as far as this pitch comes. So just kind of pitch it, just saying, kind of saying stiff upper lip, but then like the pitch it, just like, you know, go grab, get some donuts and hypnotic in your system first like that. Get gal like a particular latte, so the pitch is just, what are you doing type fare? What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? Get it together as far as these pitch counts. So pitch like that amongst any surprise, but good nice pitch as far as this pitch count. But this excellent pitch is, where would we? The last one I haven't talked about on here, and another nice banging one would be, where would we be now as far as these pitch can happen? It's like an excellent kind of crunkcore internet meme kind of drowsiness to get towards here. Felt cute, selling stuff, varieties pitch like that. Just kind of some dumb memes kind of get towards gal whip pitch like that. So definitely, like I was saying, some of the pitches has a lot of similar type varieties to drop in a pop block at, and like particular. There's a lot of similar varieties to drop in a pop locket and dot curve as far as these pitch amps. So within those excellent, type appeals, it's one of those type ones that just kind of feels like a hungover kind of 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning type fair pitch like that. It's kind of the drowsiness type factor. When I say felt cute, since that pitch is kind of aspect felt cute might delete later type. Felt cute might delete later type fairs pitch like that. It's kind of that aspect. Kind of being chipper but ornery as far as this pitch counts. So this kind of aspects of stuff first, and not being an ass con to the pitch where you're just being or you're being a bug pitch like that, but just kind of pushing buttons more or less within a mild type sense. This kind of dumb type varieties that pitch just like this. So this kind of fair, this kind of bedhead type varieties, so like the morning type fair, cat got your throat. Cat in your throat, cat got your tongue type fairs pitch like that. So I'm surprised this like the morning chip kind of disc, lousy kind of coffee pitch like that. It's kind of some of those gripe type factors of disc. Need some Waffle House or fairs like that, but it's kind of pitch some of those type varieties. It's good type of appeal for like that emo kind of within an internet type sense pitch like that. So it's just as far as saying, obviously when you think of dot curve and dropping a pop block, they were kind of folks that were probably only getting like 2,000 or 4,500 type hits with their like song type appeal pitch like that. Now they did have popularity, but it's this kind of pitch, particularly a large type folk like Good Charlotte doing this, definitely some breakout type appeal. So there's aspects like that within the appeal, similar to like particular like Blood on the Dance Floor was kind of within that internet meme type variety. So it's pitched some of those type folks within that aspect. Blood on the Dance Floor. Blood on the Dance Floor, dropping a pop block at dot curve, sent to folks and broken sides. A pitch like that, but just good accent phrase, throwing some of that on here, just paying attention like the trends. It's pretty sparky type song, definitely. Yeah, definitely classic album. So 10 out of 10 album pitch like that, hit type appeal. Social score's going to get a 10 out of 10 as well. I think the aspects as far as like the blistering type variety amongst this album is pretty aspect within tons as far as just like the prolificness that kind of got towards this. Just the pitch as far as saying, paying attention to like the product here. Just the aspect of some of these type ones. Plenty of type ones for like some thump and pitch like that. Has some throwback type varieties for like some gulag type fashion. There is a few makeshift type songs get towards like some chores and errandine and supply runs pitch like that. I do like the supply run type songs in here as far as like the pitch of just picking up like Malibu rum, some gins and fairs like that, kind of the pitch of just and enhancing kind of like the product of a pitch like that. Get some ice cream and gal assistance since the products, get some malts going, fairs like that. Just good good nice raspberry slushy and some of that fairs on top of that sense that pitches. Plenty of crunked out type songs within these pitches that are even crazier in certain senses and enhance some of the gulag type songs to turn them into dance jumps pitch like that. So the house party type bangs, when you think of like I Just Want to Live and predictable, some stuff ones kind of pitch as far as saying some of those type ones have some new kind of thrills about them that just give Good Charlotte even more house party type bangs than they had in the first place, considering that it was really just their 2004 and 2007 albums that kind of had those pitches up to those points. So it's good pitches like that. I do like some of these sunshine kind of afternoons and Parkside Illinois type fairs, pitch like that. Sends to Rise, get some swishers in your system, get some sunshine with like some ska kind of strip mall type shopping, pitch like that. Similar to No Doubt and Smash Mouth. Hit up the mall, get some pretzels, fairs like that, sends to pitch, and this some conduit type songs for like some transits, kind of get towards the product disc, haul checks and fairs like that, figure out the phrase, and then this stoke gal and get some stoke gal along the way and get some goodies for excitement as far as this pitch counts. So good, nice pitch there. So 10 out of 10 social. 10 out of 10 social. So in terms of future, within these type pitches, the last time I touched base with Good Charlotte, it was getting right, like, particularly within pitch, I actually reviewed Good Morning Revival, like, in the winter or late, I actually reviewed Good Morning Revival in, like, the winter or the early spring of 2025, and it came out in the summer of 2025, so the pitch I was saying, so I didn't know that they were getting ready to drop a 2025 album, but they dropped a 2025 album pitch like that, so within these hit type pills, they were back, which they hadn't been around prior to that 2025 album since 2018. So it's pitched like that. I'm going to get to some more of these type ones. There's definitely more blistering kind of Good Charlotte and Afraid, but it's this pretty good classic kind of remix album that has some new stuff on there and just a bunch of prolific type bangs.